good afternoon to all the lovely people watching us on UNIMO, Universe Mom's page. I hope you see me live and my audio and video is super clear. And I'm sure आप देख रहे हैं कि I have some amazing guests with me this afternoon. Who are they? What are they gonna talk? We'll discuss in a minute. Till that time, requesting you all to tag all your friends, all the fellow parents, all the mothers you know, because this is gonna be an interesting live at our favorite school, Witty International School, Malad. Yes, right now I'm at this beautiful campus at Witty International. I think the campus is huge and equipped with all the international amenities, I would say world-class amenities, and I have seen a lot of them. In fact, follow our UNIMO Instagram stories to know a little bit more about the campus. I'll share some pictures there for sure. However, right now, Witty International School, Malad is amongst the most established Cambridge, which is IGCSE and ICSE school in Mumbai. This school started 22 years back with Cambridge Board when nobody knew what Cambridge Board was. Started 22 years ago before the Cambridge Board even gained prominence in Mumbai, and over 22 years boasts an outstanding academic track record with several world toppers in mathematics, Mandarin and several other subjects. The school also has a legacy of student achievers beyond academics with national level champions in gymnastics, taekwondo and several other sports. And today I'm in conversation with the leaders and the mentors who nurture these champions and will tell us what does it take to mentor and nurture today's generation of outstanding learners and well-rounded holistic individuals. That's what Witty International School is known for. And I'm sure Mumbai moms ki jo mothers here tuned in hui hai, they all love the school. I was telling someone off the camera that this is a school which has talked a lot on our community and they have all the good things to say. So parents who have tuned in last time, you all know that in our last Facebook live session at Witty Kids in Goregaon East, we covered healthy screen-free activities for preschoolers. And during this session, we were receiving a lot of comments, around 300 plus comments with moms asking for brain development and memory concentration tips and even exercises for students. So we thought, why not to bring it to you this very time. Today I am with three leaders from Witty. First, I think you all love and we all know, and I have personally, a high regard and esteem for Miss Sheetal Kapoor, Principal of our school. Welcome, Sheetal ma'am. And next we have Miss Munira Parker. Munira ma'am is Headmistress of Primary CAIE, which is the Cambridge section, and Miss Bhavita Desai, Headmistress for Kindergarten, Playgroup to Junior KG at Witty. What an amazing lineup of the guests. So let's dive straight into our discussions. Sheetal ma'am. Firstly, I want to congratulate you and your team. Witty Malad is ranked the #1 school in Mumbai by Times in national and international curriculum in F zone. So, ma'am, first of all, a big congratulations, and I'm definitely going to ask you kaise hua ye magic. But as far as our topic today goes, please tell our mothers, what are some common everyday habits, if developed early on, can significantly enhance a child's concentration and also memory?
Thank you so much, first of all, for the warmest accolade for the award that we won. So, concentration. So first of all, Ms. Neha, I would like to say that learning and concentration and memory, they are all a byproduct of a settled mind. The happier the mind, the more enhanced are these skills. So as we all know that there are positive chemicals and there are negative chemicals, positive hormones, negative hormones. The more positive hormones that flow into the body, that much more enhanced is our memory, that much more enhanced is our focus and skill. Having said that, we cannot let go of the regular habits like your diet, exercise, sleep. Very important. Very critical. And when we speak about exercise, it's the fine skills that need to be enhanced and also the cross body. बचपन में remember वो लंगड़ी खेलते थे, correct? एक पैर पे लंगड़ी, that entire body balance. आजकल कोई नहीं खेल रहा. But when you are balancing your entire body, you are focusing hard, right? So that is training your mind. आजकल कौन खेल रहा है लंगड़ी?
We don't even have it as a sport.
Exactly. So the fine motors, the body balance, all these are very important for the focus and the concentration to get enhanced. Diet. अच्छा खाना खाते थे, गाजर खाते थे, मूली खाते थे, seasonal, yes. और आज हम वो पैकेट्स खोलते हैं, what is that, कुरकुरे, kurkure and whatever. Sorry, I have nothing against any brand. It's just the name
No,
that.
I think I totally echo this. I have to add a line before you continue with your amazing insights. I met a food blogger who was amazing on an international level, and he said a very incredible thing that जब आप अपनी granny को लेके अगर supermarket जाओ और granny जो products
Yes.
recognize कर ले वही खाने वाले.
Exactly.
So I think that's a great tip. And you just said it.
Matlab, the moment you open a packet and you eat, I think that is where your blocking surges live here. Opening a packet and eating is not the right thing because obviously it's got preservatives inside. Plug करके खाओ. I know plug करके नहीं खा सकते, but yes. So food makes a very, very important aspect of our entire system. Rest, as I said, revisiting concepts.
Okay.
Whether we like it or not, the base of all learning is recall.
Recall. Okay. Which
So,
we are missing on.
Which we are missing on.
We don't even remember our phone numbers.
Exactly.
I don't remember my
Redundant हो गया है ना? Oh, now that is dangerous.
I have to sit for a full session.
That's really dangerous. So, we are not exercising our memory, and brain is more plastic. The more you feed it, the more it grows. There are synaptic connections, right? So, because of these synaptic connections, the more stimuli that you provide, the more synaptic connections are formed, and that is where the seat of memory is. So, all these things, we are more into gadgets, or we feel that ये redundant हो गया है. Tables. Where are children reciting tables today? Not anymore. All these were brain exercises which were required. So I think these are the essentials that form the entire memory retention concentration.
You've given me a very amazing, broad, generic, reply. If I have to go age appropriate, because we have mothers who are having kids in the primary school, higher secondary.
Yes.
So can you give some age appropriate?
So this was, as you said, that it is generic.
Yeah.
Now age appropriate.
Preschoolers.
For preschoolers, their concentration span is very less.
Yeah.
They get distracted very easily. Also, they get frustrated very easily because they're high on emotions.
Yeah.
So generally, brain breaks help. So a very simple exercise that I recommend, and even we use it in our classroom management. One is breathing. Nobody can take away the fact that breathing is very important. Oxygen jata hai in your brain cells. Breathing deep. We forget to breathe deep, and then we need to remind the children that take a breathe, deep breath, inhale, hold for 5 counts, and then let it go slowly.
And small mothers who are tuned in right now, can you inhale and exhale? I think they need it the most. Very amazing.
Yeah. Also, our hands, children are very focused on to their own body. And their own hands are very, very interesting to them. So just a simple exercise. Take the pointer finger, take the tall man, hold it together. Take the pinky finger, take the ring finger, open it together. Now open it, and then join the tall man and the ring finger. And then again. Now the child is focusing, concentrating on their own body, and we are not using any gadgets, we are not using any fancy material, it's your own body. So the child gets engrossed in that, and you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slowly, itni jaldi mat count karna. And then put your hands behind or cross, and let's listen to what teacher has to say. So this is what the preschool, or let's listen to what mama has to say. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
Please listen to what mama has to say.
Yeah. So again, top-down approach doesn't work because instructional doesn't work with them. Children get rebellious. So buy in on their thought process. That okay, mama wants to share something with you. Shall we listen to what mama wants to share instead of I want to tell you something. You eat your greens.
So
It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
It doesn't
Should be
work.
conversational parenting.
And as they grow older, especially from the terrible to still the terrible whatever 20s. Yeah. So it goes. So my belief is that small children, small problems, big children, big problems.
Okay.
Problems.
Otherwise,
So it's not problem. It's not. But these are really enjoyable experiences differences. So we need to respect each child at every age.
I think interesting, replies for all these, particular age-appropriate things also you've given me. Like if we go to high school, man,
High school. So today only I was in the school and I'm seeing empathy to बहुत होती है because then you have to leave the class, right? How can you send your friend alone? So the friend misses class,
you also
correct. So empathy, children are full of empathy. So we need to channelize that empathy into, because at that point in time, camaraderie, buddy, empathy, all this is at the peak.
Okay.
So channelizing that into a more positive environment, because children need children to grow. They cannot grow in isolation. So helping them identify the right kind of group that they want to grow with, because then it doesn't distract them from their what they need to do. Yes, they need to do. Concentration at that level is again as transient as a 2-year-old. We cannot say that, oh, they are older children, so they have more focus, they have more concentration. No, even they need those breaks. So something as simple, we need to train the children. At that point in time, as a mother, as a teacher, I can't sit in front of them that do this. We need to train them. So look at my eyes, everybody. Look at my eyes. So we need to train them into, okay, make a cross with your pupil. So look right corner, left corner down, left corner up, right corner down, without moving your head. Do it 5 times. Do it 5 times. Don't roll your eyes. Make an X, yeah. So when you're doing that, and then shut your eyes. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. It's good not only for the adult. It's not only good for the child, it's also good for the adult, because at times you want to pull out your hair, you want to pull out somebody else's hair. Breathe in. Take your eye to the right, on the top,
and then
left
to the
bottom, left top,
and
right bottom, without moving your head. Do it once. Breathe in 5 times. Breathe out 5 times.
Wow. I think all the things what you've shared right now, Sheetal ma'am says, are these simple, common, everyday things which we tend to forget, and we really, do not do these kind of things anymore. Which I think you've just given us a little insight there, that please remember that these activities really matter, and you really don't need any fancy gadgets. We don't even have to go and buy something. It's your own body.
I think your body is the best gadget.
Okay.
Use it.
So I think Sheetal ma'am, I'll definitely come back to you with 2 more interesting questions. And mothers who are tuned in with us, if you have certain questions for my speakers, please post in the comments. Whatever I can take it up in the live, I will. If I'm not able to take some questions, I'll definitely have Witty International School team to come and answer those questions for you, so you'll all get your answers. Munira miss, if I want to move next to you, I want to talk to you about the parents and teachers' role. We have seen that parents and teachers are part of child's close circle of influence, and Sheetal ma'am also touched upon empathy a little bit there. First, do you really agree that, with this, that we are the close circle of influence? And also, what roles do schools plan, schools like Witty International, in enhancing cognitive functions that go beyond academics or, academic focused activities rather?
Yes. So the first question, definitely we all do agree to this point that parents and the school with the teachers along need a good coordination.
Yeah.
Because that is the need of the day to day, right? Well, we believe rather that parents are teachers at home and teachers are parents in school.
Oh, I love it.
Right, and the child is our universe. So hence Witty focuses more on the child, and we believe this coordination with the parents and the school is what is needed today. Hence Witty, what we have is one-on-one coordination. When we have parents coming in for parent-teachers meet, we meet them one-on-one. And they love coming in and sitting with the class mentors, discussing on their child with respect to developmental issues or any, be it academic, behavioral, or any other suggestions in coordination with the school. So this is very important today. And secondly, what Witty believes is our policy or philosophy rather, discovery with action. So we believe learning by doing. So, and then for Witty, every child is at the top of the world. That's our mission and vision statement, right? So once the Wittians pass out from our school, we feel that they should follow a certain code of conduct, for which we have these 7 vows of a Wittian. Yeah, so 7 vows of a Wittian, which definitely we believe a Wittian to seek, face, support and accept truth, to practice honesty, to have compassion and empathy for others, right? To give what one expects to receive, definitely. Because you give respect, you get respect, right? To do what needs to be done. To practice self-restraint and avoid wastage. So these are the aspects that we believe a Wittian should have once the Wittian passes out from our school.
I've also, I don't know, also when I was just listening to your 7 vows, I think it's also somewhere rooted in Jainism.
Yes.
Correct, correct.
Oh, okay.
So though we are international, we are very much value-based. So as our Indian society goes, we are much cultural and traditional driven. That never goes away from us.
I think
So
that's the need of the hour, right?
That is the need
That
of the hour.
we pursue our
Definitely,
curriculum which are
definitely.
internationally acclaimed
Correct.
and internationally affiliated,
Yes.
but at the same time do not really forget our roots.
Right. So for that we have higher up, as the children transition into primary section, we have enrichment hour program which focuses on these aspects. So thus here we have various activities planned for the students, focusing on the personality development of the child. So it's not just academics. So this is the first session, I would say, which you should boast of it, because the first session of the day is just the children and the teacher. So the class mentor and the students are having an interactive session with the teacher introducing the thought for the day. Again, value-based, yeah, no academics. So again, a value-based thought. Right, right. So we have 2 new words with their meaning introduced to the children, and they are encouraged to frame sentences. And with these, we also plan up certain competitions later on. So that's how, and moreover, activities based on our international or even our Indian festivals and the days that we celebrate.
Your campus, I saw there was a group of girls who were playing basketball,
Correct.
boys were playing their soccer on the turf,
Right.
and there were a bunch of little preschoolers dance
Right.
practicing.
Right.
So everything was going on, and it was such a fun.
Yeah, so you cannot have, maybe you wouldn't have a child sitting the whole day and learning mathematics. That's not possible at all. Because as ma'am said, attention span for a child is very limited, right, as the age grows. So hence, if you see schools have timetables, why do we have that? So a 35-minute session is what? So maybe a child is learning math, then a little of math, maybe a little of art, a little of music. So hence we are focusing on various aspects which helps develop the brain and also focuses on memory. Isn't it?
So I feel, Meena Miss, you are touching upon a lot of things. You touched upon a little bit around mindfulness. You also talked
Right.
about spirituality. You
Right.
talked about your 7 vows. And Sheetal Miss also touched upon nutrition a little bit. Can you highlight that for me?
Yes, definitely. Nutrition, see, nutrition plays a very critical role in a child's life, because a whole meal, a balanced meal, that is what is the need of the hour. Like when a child is born, definitely we do not give in pizzas or pastas, right? There is a flow or a transition of even various food items that is to be given to a child as the age progresses. So at Witty, we do have a pure vegetarian canteen. And since we are a Jain minority school, we also offer Jain meals to our students. Now, preschoolers, definitely we avoid them going to the canteen. Even grade 1, grade 2, we encourage parents to send in home-cooked food in their tiffin boxes. And on Fridays, like F is for Friday, then F is for fruit as well. So that F goes to fruit on a Friday. So we encourage parents to send at least one fruit in their tiffin box on Fridays.
I think I've seen very less schools who do not have these compulsory rules around canteen, which I think is kudos to you guys, because you guys are encouraging them to bring tiffins from school, and at the same time also have these dedicated days such that the healthy tiffins are coming your way.
Yes.
So that's amazing. Anything else you want to touch upon, Munira, miss?
Yeah, and then as we say, parents and school and teachers, we should play a role together, because together only we'll be able to bring up and grow the child in a better way.
That's a beautiful quote. In fact, I think it's a golden nugget for all of us. Bhavita, miss, I want to come to you next. Can you tell us a little bit more about activities beyond traditional study time or read and learn? Because I know off the camera, a lot of teachers here told me that you are a pro at it, and we have a table full of activities here. Can you tell us about some activities which can enhance the child's memory, and what all is here?
Sure, definitely. I would love to show you the activities which playgroup and the nursery kids can do it at home. Like we have this wooden lacing. So in that you have to teach them. They have to use their thumb as well as a pointer finger. They have to hold it and they have to put it inside the hole.
Oh, so fine motor skills.
So fine motor skills. Here the pencil grip as well as the eye-hand coordination also works.
Oh, yeah.
So like if without the coordination you can't do it. If I'm looking somewhere and doing it, I'm not able to do
At my
it.
age also I again need it.
With that coordination only we can do it. So this activity can be done at home also. Then we have another activity. Oh, it's great. With both the hands. Use your crayons and just scribble it with one design with both the hands.
So left brain, right brain.
So left brain, right brain, both, and this is what it comes. It's okay if kids are not able to do it because they are too young. And it's little difficult for them, but still they can try doing this activity.
You know, an NLP practitioner once taught me about this, and they said that try brushing your teeth from left hand. And I started doing it, so I think that's also great.
Yes.
Wow, man, this is
So
incredible.
this is for playgroup and nursery.
Yeah.
Let's go to junior KG.
Okay.
So it's a mind game for them. They have to just think of, keep these colors in their mind. Like we have red, green, yellow and blue.
Okay.
Keep a board. We have some dice over here with the same colors.
Oh.
They have to put it in the cup. This means their brain coordination, a memory game for them. This also utilizes and helps them for thinking, critical thinking, helps them enhancing concentration, everything. So this is for junior KG. We have one more game for junior KG where we can use both right and left hand. So I have rice in my transparent cups. With my both the hands, I'm going to pour it together in another cup.
Okay.
But kids will not be able to do it. If kids are doing it, definitely it's a wow factor for them. Again, they have to use this. Now, if my right hand is like this, shaking or I'm not able to do it, it's absolutely fine. But still, we have to encourage them to put it together.
Oh.
So this is for my junior KG kids. Now let's go to senior KG. We have word games for them.
Okay.
So this is already I've assembled them. Now I have to make a word. Either you can make a word with letter C, A or G. Anything. So this is a word searching. It's a scramble game for senior KG, which is their age appropriate also. And this also helps them to think. In fact, they will build their vocabulary also. It's really good for them. So after this, we have their shapes and graphs.
Okay. Oh.
So from this, they can make any object. It's anything they can come out with. So I can show you. I have we can make a tree out of it, but with all different shapes. So this is my tree for my kids.
You will not believe I had an Android like this, and I had my kids equipped with it for literally till the time they were in 7th standard, and they were like totally engaged in it. It was a difficult, like as you move forward, the puzzles only become a little more difficult. I think it's very interesting.
Puzzles are very good, left and right.
Left and right coordination.
Okay, I think Bharta miss, I really like this, and I think I also remember off camera you told me that how are Indian cultures also talking about this, and here you touched it again. I think very, very interesting. And guys, here is the school Witty International Malad, which is doing it in person. तो घर में भी आप ये सब कर सकते हैं because these are very, very simple activities and they have great impact. Marina Miss, I would want to come to you and then of course to Sheetal Miss. You were talking a little bit about the games and other stuff also in your conversation. Are there any brain games or apps or either YouTube channels which you can recommend? Because see, screen time is here to stay.
Yes.
And of course mothers are trying to be very mindful around it. They are also mindful of what exactly the kids are watching. Like Sheetal Miss, you touched upon in the last line that rather than just nudging them or not using the screen, see what are they watching, how much time are they watching. You talked about it in detail, yeah, about mindfulness. So ma'am, can you tell us about some brain games or apps or YouTube channels which can help our parents to tune in to these ones and help their children improve their memory and also focus?
Yeah. So first, parents need to understand that every child is intelligent. Because for Witty,
I think you gave us so
child is
many
an
golden
intelligent.
nuggets. I got to write all these quotes there.
Correct. See, what is memory? What would you like to recall? Something that is that's happy to you, something that you loved about, or have an impact which made you happy. That is something that definitely you would recall, right? So our brains, as they develop later, you could compare them with this. Suppose, for example, a glass, right? Not suppose it is full, and with a hole. So we have something as short-term memory and long-term memory, right? So the whole filters out so many things. You do not tend to recall everything that you hear or listen or see, right? So that is what, it's a process. It doesn't have, nobody is born with 100% memory coverage, okay? So the best aspect here is parents also need to understand repeat. R-E-P-E-A-T, repeat. So if you repeat certain things, definitely you tend to recall it, because then mind has two stages. One where you focus and concentrate, the other is where you expand and then enhance it later and explore rather. So do not stop children. Don't stop children, don't give them certain things that this is what you have to do. Please, parents, moms and dads, stop that. Let them explore, let them be curious, let them be inquisitive, let them ask why. Today's generation definitely questions. You also may have children who may be questioning you a lot. Why this, why that? Yeah.
So two questions at a time.
Correct. So that is what is repeat, And parents, one more thing that I would like to suggest, communicate. Speak to your children, talk to your children. How many of you really spend at least 5 minutes in a day? I understand your busy schedules, probably your workload, structure and so on. But at least before sleeping, do you spend 5 minutes with your children? Do that. Talk to them, because communication is the way where it would strengthen the bond that you have with your children. Why do children love coming to school? And they give a, run to the teachers and give a hug. Because that bond is built. Yes, that caring nature that they receive here.
Last time, I think I was with you at the Borivali campus.
Right.
We saw teachers were parked outside at the outside gate, welcoming the kids, waving at them.
Right.
That was so amazing.
Correct. So they expect the same at home, back at home. So communicate with your children. Please do that. That is very important, moms and dads. With regards to memory enhancing, as I said, repeat. That repetition becomes a habit. So if I would suggest books, I do see these are individual experiences which the authors have. We cannot generalize that, right? But then that repetition builds a memory power, right? Which develops into a habit. That habit, right? So your repetition develops into a habit, and then the habit leads to a smarter memory.
I love the cue of the books.
So that's how I position my books that way. So that's how it is. So remember, repeat, develop it into a habit, and that habit enhances into a smarter memory. And that is what...
Just you, in explaining the same process, you made us remember the books also.
Correct.
That was amazing. See, these are the amazing leaders of the school.
Right. And one more important aspect which Witty would love to parents to know is teaching every child to read.
Okay.
It's very important. That's how we have readers even at the senior KG level. So they are a part of the curriculum, and yes, in English. So we do have readers placed. Why? Because we want children to read. The more they read, the more they recollect.
I think I'm now ready to even do a Facebook Live with these kids who read at school. My God.
Yes,
It's
yes.
gonna be incredible.
And the last book that I have is Why is School Communication Important, or Why It Matters. So it definitely matters. So parents, just give an insight to what we have spoken here. It will really help you guide your children. Otherwise, we are here as always.
And any specific apps or YouTube channels you want to recommend?
Apps, yeah, I do see children playing with certain apps, certain games that they have. Even my own niece, I see her playing around.
Yeah.
Parents coming to me during parent-teacher meets and telling
showing
me
you.
कि सारा दिन है ना ये यही खेलती रहती है. अब सारा दिन आपको थोड़ा मैनेज करना पड़ेगा because it has to be limited to time. But there is an app which one of my friends had recommended, Curious World.
Curious World.
Yeah, it's available on Android as well as
I think
iOS.
what we do, Marina Miss, I think Sheetal ma'am also shared few of them. Parents, for all benefit, we'll queue up a comment in the pin section and we'll put up everything what Witty wants to recommend, the apps, books, what we talked about, and even the apps what you are suggesting, or any YouTube channel which is school recommended.
Correct. And then these games, there are certain games like Wordscapes, Happy Printer,
Yeah.
Brain Test, and something I think which even parents could relate, WHO.
Okay.
So these are certain challenging characters which have clues in them, and then the children learn on to plotting, and then creative and critical thinking, and then analyze to a situation. So there is a learning in every game. But I would suggest parents to sit with their children and play together.
Not leave it to them.
Because in this way even parents are learning.
Yeah, and you also have a great family time together.
Right.
Bonding without really
Right.
pushing that bond. We are your
That's why I
creating
said
that
spend at least 5 minutes.
bond. That's so beautiful. I think lovely, and because Munira Miss was suggesting so many things, I have to also suggest one for mind games. It's Silva method of mind control that I think is incredible, parents. Sheetal Miss, I want to come to you now. In fact, we love your answers, and last time we got so many comments that they wanted to hear more from you. So as a parent first, and of course as a school leader, can you share a message to all our parents around creating a stress-free or anxiety-free home? Because today we all are struggling to do so, and even school environment, how do you keep your school environment stress-free? Because I'm sure it starts with your teachers to your kids. And if we can get some tips there so that our children can be the best version of themselves. And at the same time, because today's conversation was around concentration and memory, give us some ideas around, how can this stress-free environment help creativity, concentration, and also help our memory flourish.
Now that's a
So that's also your closing statement. So take your time because we love all the
That was like two.
I'll go one by one for you. First, your message to all the parents to how to have a stress-free, anxiety-free home.
Stress-free, anxiety-free home. I have always believed in two things. One is read what your child is reading, see what your child is seeing on TV.
Wow.
Secondly, I believe that instead of stepping into their storm, children do get hassled. They do have their moments where they are wanting to throw tantrums or they're upset about something. So instead of us stepping into their storm, we need to get them into our calm. So if two upset parties
Come together.
can never create a calm. They can never create a calm. So only one person is allowed to get stressed at a time, either the child. So instead of walking into their storm, get them into your calm so that the child feels confident. There's no harm in throwing a tantrum. It's okay. That's how children release their pent-up emotions as well, right? But how to handle that? So screaming at them at that point in time, leaving them alone to their devices doesn't work. A warm hug, sitting them down, putting your arm around their shoulder, asking them, do you want to share? As young as 2-year-old, as young as 1-year-old, we need to understand that children are very intelligent, as Meera said, and I endorse that. Children are extremely intelligent. We need to respect their intelligence. If they are upset, labeling why they are upset. What has upset you? Knowing the reason. So once the child knows the reason,
Without
then
thinking that they
yes.
are always upset, always
No,
irritated,
no,
always
no,
upset.
no.
We get to the reason.
Yes. So once we get to the reason, then the child automatically has tools to take care. I'm upset because I'm hungry. Okay.
Yeah.
So what can we do about it?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's also like if we have 3 sabzis suppose prepared, and you as a mother are telling, no, you have to have this with chapati. And if the child says, why? Can I have it with rice? Why not? Why not? Respect.
Give them the
Respect the
choice.
decision, yes, right. The choice of the child. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. My next question, Sheetal Miss, is around how do you as a school leader keep your school stress-free and anxiety-free?
So exams have never been seen by Wittians as something that they need to dread.
Oh, okay.
So they have never been upset about the exams. Why? Because there's so much of drilling happening during the course of the entire chapter. Like we finish one lesson, we give practice worksheet. So there is so much of revision happening that on the day of the exam, parents in fact they get jittery. मेरे बेटे ने आज पढ़ाई की नहीं. But when they see how the child has performed, it's like it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing because the entire content is covered in the school in a very seamless manner. So children have never dreaded exams, not even their board exams. We've been privy to the fact that we've got annual day and then board exams, and children are absolutely okay with it, and they get their marks.
I think this is the biggest pinnacle of a stress-free environment
Yes.
for a child.
So children have never. How do you quantify success, or how do you quantify stress? Stress happens when exams happen. Correct?
Yeah.
Our children are not stressed. So initially we were wondering that are we doing the right thing? But then yes, we are. There was a method to it, and we saw the outcome of it. And our children are so confident because they are not at all worried about what's happening. We have an open door policy. Children can walk into the head's cabin anytime. I have a little kid.
Little kids, grade 1 coming in.
I know that story of yours.
Oh my God, that was so
God.
cute. He just walked in crying and bawling that I knew everything, but when I saw the paper, I forgot everything. I need your help. So I said, okay, come, let's go and find
Imagine a
her.
little child coming to principal's room without
So,
knowing.
and absolutely no fear of anything. Whether head is held high without fear.
Seriously, and we have so many secrets here which even parents don't know. They come to us and share many
I
things.
know, I've heard one of you have a kid coming to you every day to eat his tiffin.
Right,
So,
right.
These are such amazing stories, and I think I love what you talked about exam anxiety. I think all the school leaders who are seeing this live and all the parents who are watching it should go and talk to their schools that this is something we all should practice as a community, as a parent community, as a teachers community, as a educators across the world, because this is the need of the hour. I wanted to wrap this live, but I'm getting a lot of questions come my way from the parents. I'll try to include one or two for you. Anybody can answer. Khushbu Sharma is asking, how do toys help in boosting the memory of child? Because you were showing a lot of activity, she said, can toys help in boosting the memory of child? And if yes, can you recommend some toys?
There are many toys.
She has a 5-year-old.
Okay, great. So there are many Montessori toys available in the market which you can buy and help them to utilize, which also boost their memories also. So do give them a time limit. Like, okay, we have a sand timer. So with that, they can boost their memories. Okay, within this limit, they have to finish the games with the toy.
How is the sand timer enhancing the memory? I'm not understanding.
We have a timer, right?
Okay, yeah.
So we have to put it on.
Oh, okay.
Within
But
that
it has to
time-
be a time-bound.
Time-bound game with them. So once the timer is on, they have to immediately do it,
Okay.
and then they can boost their memory.
Yeah, because
That
kids
will-
love competitions and games, and they love.
And even parents can join them, then definitely that would be a great
That's a great
competition
thing.
with their mamas and their dads.
That's a great answer. And moving on to Mariam Ansari, I'll take this as the last question. But parents who have commented, you will get your answers. Mariam is asking, how can we turn everyday moments into opportunities for sharpening memory and building mental agility? Everyday moments into opportunities for sharpening memory and also building mental agility. So, can we give her some everyday moments? I think you gave a lot of them in the first answer.
So there are a whole lot of things that we can do, as I said, that the left and the right brain. That is very, very important. When both are stimulated, you have your midbrain activation. Now, all the time, as a parent, I cannot focus that, oh, is my child using the right hand as well as the left hand? We can't focus on that. But the everyday episodes, for example, making your menu. What did I eat yesterday? What do I want to eat today? So the entire menu mapping, where we have the buy-in of the child, it works. It is a win-win situation. One is your recall factor, and the other is the menu that I've charted now. It's mine. The onus is mine. Since I've made the menu, I better eat.
The most merciless
Yeah. So that is important. Packing your own bag. It is important for the child. Yes, it is very. So mapping it with the timetable so that the responsibility is yours to take it. And as you get into the mode of packing your bag every single day, you start recalling and recollecting what I need to take, and then it becomes a kind of a subconscious action that all these things I have to take to school.
I think Sheetal miss all these activities. I also feel that somewhere as parents, as mothers, we are guilty. We don't allow our kids to learn.
Yes.
Like I was just getting,
involve them and engage them.
Yeah, we want to do everything.
In everything,
for them.
yes.
Oh my God.
Don't do it for them, let them do.
Yeah.
Also, one thing that I have enjoyed in the journey of my parenthood, where I had these little post-its everywhere. Any new word that my son would come up with, he would write and post it on his.
Okay. Oh,
so
okay.
A word a day.
A word a
kind
day.
of,
Yeah.
yes.
I used to make flashcards during my St. Joseph's days because I wanted to improve my vocab. I used to have the word here and I used to have the meaning behind, and I used to just look at it whenever I had time. So I think beautiful.
Yeah, so
amazing.
a word a day and post it right up there. And in those good old days, we had actual newspapers,
Yeah.
right, which children would
Yeah.
turn and read. So if they wanted to watch a television program, so I would tell them to read the television, the timetable, and choose one program that you want to watch.
Okay.
And the time. So they learned to read the time, they learned to read, and then they learned to schedule, and the choice was theirs, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you from our
Yeah.
experience.
So they're also learning decision making and making
Yes,
right choices.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So it's more deeper than just improving memory.
Exactly. Memory is a culmination of many.
all these
I can go
activities.
on and on just tell you.
No, I love it. In fact, I'm greedy to listen to you more. However, we have to wrap up the live to get the brevity of time. I know that you guys love these school leaders, and that's why we always promise that, session on session we'll keep bringing to them to you rather. However, mothers, whoever's tuned in, I have to give you some information which is super exciting. Witty is hosting 2 exciting events. These events are exclusively for families, so you can all bring your children along. Doesn't matter which school you are from. You can just come in here. Of course, if you're from Mumbai city, these events are for you. First one is happening on Saturday, 7th December from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. It's a Christmas carnival at Witty Kids Preschool in Goregaon East, the campus we visited last time. For 2 to 6 year old. So if आपके बच्चे age group के हैं, तो please come in on 7th December. It's open to all. However, there's a mega event I am attending. So if you want to come and meet me also, mega event in Borivali mid-December, which is on 14th and 15th December. So 2 days of this, a festival called Fab Fest. Fab Fest is all about fun, food, games, music and lots of games and prizes. So अगर आप सब वो मेला मिस करते हैं जो बहुत amazing होता था हमारे childhood में, this is that मेला. 14th, I am personally visiting. I am gonna see all of you, and all the parents who want to come in, please come in with your kids, and all the families are welcome. And as I told you, it's open to all, so you all are welcome at the mega event in Borivali on December 14th and 15th. So do we want to say a bye-bye to all our parents? Thank you parents for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this conversation, and with a promise to come back again with Witty school leaders once again on UNIMO. And thank you for tuning in. Do share this live in your network, because जिन parents ने miss किया है वो भी इसमें से बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं. Okay, so tag your friends and bye bye.
Bye everybody.
Bye everybody.
Thank you.